Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD review. This is actually for Stormie, and this we are doing this like a week later than what we were meant to do because sadly there was a little bit of an issue with the previous replay codes. We were going to do a Gibraltar one, but we ended up with the Gibraltar incident where like it just wouldn't load. So we've got a different one here. We're actually in Junkertown. It is gold free on PlayStation 4. I was very proud of this game. Ended up with 3.8 damage boosted, which is absolutely insane, with 51 assists and I think 6 deaths. I think my positioning is where I need to improve, as I make a lot of silly mistakes costing me my life. I also don't trust my other support either, and I do risky things a lot of the time. And I know Stormie did say as well, they were in a group with the tank and the second support this game, okay? So my biggest piece of advice to you before we even start, Stormie, is if you are queued with your other support, definitely trust them, because if you will have comms with them, you will be able, like, you know, to know who they are and how they'll play. It's a lot harder when you don't play with people that you know, because obviously you won't know like kind of like how they play and stuff like that. But when you're queued with people, it definitely makes it a little bit easier. Once again, as well, guys, you can get your own VOD reviews. I don't know the price of them still, but I will probably pop it down in the description of this video as well of how much they are going to be. They are completely for free as well, like they just cost channel points over on my Twitch. I do them live on Sundays from 2 p.m. onwards in the UK, so just convert that for your time zones. I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays at around like 5:30, 6 p.m. as well, so you can earn more channel points and also see some of my own gameplay. More than welcome as well to ask me any questions as well. I'm completely there to help. But anyways, we have the Zombie Doctor on. I think this is the first Zombie Doctor VOD review I've done. I don't think I've seen anyone use this, so this is going to be like a nice little first as well. Very, very cute skin, kind of say. I do like this one's probably one of my favourite epics. But yeah, so I guess we'll kind of get started with the VOD. I have one little thing to say to you, because I know you did say, what's it called? You do play with your Farah a lot. Great, that is your job. Your job is obviously, you know, it's like to play and try and enable the Farah. Farah really struggles when she's not with a Mercy. Farah's kind of like one of them weird characters where like she won't get too much value or like by herself, or like really struggle to stand up by herself, and she requires the Mercy. So it's really good if you do end up playing with the Farah. My only thing is we are playing Farah on Junkertown, probably one of the worst maps to play Farah. It is still doable though, don't get me wrong, like it is still doable to play Farah here, but one of the key things that you need to look out for here is where you're positioned, because obviously it's very, very open and there's very limited cover. You unfortunately have to play around that limited cover really, really like well. But we're gonna see what we end up doing, so let me just start off with the VOD. Obviously nice damage boost onto Farah to begin with. Nice. Lovely rotation already, like to use your cover, really nice. Okay, first biggest piece of advice here is when you're playing with Farahs, try if you can, like, to not do these vertical super jumps, right? First, like, reasoning is you doing this vertical super jump up here is going to increase your GA cooldown time, right? You know how you can just do like a normal GA and it like has like a 1.5 second cooldown. If you add anything onto these, say like a jump or like a slingshot or something like that, it increases the cooldown quite a bit basically. However, if we do the little cancel GAs, it decreases the cooldown. The second thing as well is obviously, like literally as I was just saying before, how open this map is. We want to try and keep as low down as we can. So I love this first GA. This first GA was beautiful over here, right? This second GA is just a little bit like a little cancel GA, just play like around this cover. And then what you can do is obviously then at this point, we know kind of like what the team have got. They don't really have a sniper because obviously they've got Reaper and they've got Torb. What we can do is we can actually play up on these roofs and stuff. What we could do now is if Forrester wants to engage in on these guys, we can just GA and then just like kind of slide up on these roofs. The reason why is because we don't want to just GA to the Farah like this, because it puts us really at risk to this Reaper, because obviously we're closing down on like the distance between them. But if we GA and then go up here, as you can see, we're going to be out of this distance from the Reaper. We're going to have to really force the Torb to try and come and get you as well on this roof. So it's all about just trying to play around others, basically, like, and about like what the enemy team have got. But we keep going. Nice, obviously with the Farah, just once again, same with the super jump. Nice positioning here though. I love where you're positioned. I love how you're GAing from cover to cover already. It's a really, really good thing. Unfortunate for your Moira. Nice ping. Don't try and force the res here though. Nice. Love how you're just waiting. Okay.
is not done.
I like how you wait for the Reaper to go. However, I would actually wait even longer. I'm gonna be honest, because what's gonna happen is this Reaper is now he's gonna be waiting for you because he knows that you'll want to res this, okay? So you want to make sure this res is going to be as safe as possible. Remember as well, spawn is just here as well. It's not like you're a bit further on in the map where like it might be a little bit more crucial for you to get this res. Moira can very easily just come back from the spawn like really easily. So there is no like kind of real rush to res here. I would rather you like went away to kind of like say to the Reaper like, hey, I don't want to res this, and just keep on pushing forward with like your Jungle Queen, or maybe the Jungle Queen will start peeling back as she has done now. Really make the Reaper maybe just TP back to go and get to the rest of your team and then go for the res, because I feel as though you kind of like hanging about here is making this res really obvious, like I want to res this kind of thing, right? Make sure we're peeling back and away, make it really seem that you do not want to do this res like whatsoever basically. But we keep going. That's a nice GA away. Damage boost here. Nice, lovely damage boost. Nice. Obviously GAing back to Farah. Lovely GAs here. I love how you're GAing to cover every single time. I make that more of a directional one, maybe up. Yeah, I make this instead of like you just GAing up again, make this a slight directional one up onto this this piece of cover here. But your cover usage so far, Stormie, is really great. I love it. Nice. Okay, little tip here. Can you see how this wisdom bubbles up, right? I paused at a bad time because the Genji was in the bubble, right? What you want to try and do here is you want to try and get rid of these people as quick as possible. How will you do that? Well, you can't do that with Farah because Farah's like bullets are just going to get blocked by the bubble. However, if we stick our beam onto the Genji here, we can get rid of this Mercy and this Winston a little bit quicker because the Genji can attack inside the bubble compared to outside, which is where the Farah obviously can't get to, right? And the reason why you're kind of out of this range is once again we're doing these super jumps, which I know you just said is a very bad habit. I think that's probably my first biggest piece of advice for you right now is if you can, try to stop doing these like little super jumps, okay? Try if you can only use the super jump to reposition rather than your positioning, as the great Neandra says. But anyways, we'll keep going. Nice, absolutely fine piece of damage boost now because it's obviously the bubble's gone. Nice, backwards to the payload. Really well played though so far, Stormie. I love like your target priority and stuff. So if you can just make that a directional one just behind the cover instead of just super jumping up. Nice GA there. Love that GA. Follow you, Farah. Very nice. Oh, just unfortunately, we cancelled that one a little bit too early, but that's fine. Nice heals. Oh, I try and keep my beam onto the Genji here. We had our GA available where we could just do like a little wall bounce and we can keep the beam onto the Genji. I feel like it all kind of comes from this like messed up GA earlier, but it's fine. I'm going to see what you end up doing though, whether you try and like get this res off and stuff like that. But we keep going. Nice. Same thing again. I instead of doing the super jump, try if you can to do this as a directional one. What you can do here is the skybox on this map is really high up. Like you can play, I'm not even kidding you, you can play like all the way like up here as Mercy, right? So use this instead to GA yourself really close to your Farah and then super jump up here. Because then you can play above. It also means you can drop down and get this res off as well if like you want to and stuff like that. But it just means that you can play really high up and like out of the LOS of this window. Because the main places people can attack from on this point, people can attack from this window. That's probably like one of the most popular. Obviously, some people attack from this bottom one. A lot of people attack from this high ground. And then some people attack from here, but not too often. It's mainly this window right here, okay? So make sure we're playing up. Play up and above like this, okay? Just so we can block off that LOS and any kind of potential pickoffs from this window. All right, so we keep going. Nice, lovely damage boost here. Just as we're doing this, can you see how like A, our Farah is really weak now, and also B, we're like really tunnel vision onto our Jungle Queen. This is perfect beam management by you, can I just say. I love how you realize, okay, Winston's going to be on the point. We need to try and help Winston here. I love how like you're going to go and damage boost the Jungle Queen here. This is perfect. The only issue I have with it is we're not, we're not looking at our Farah, okay? Remember, as we're doing this, we just need to make sure that we're still checking on our Farah, make sure our Farah is okay, and then once, you know, if she starts to get a little bit weak, then we can go back to go and help her, all right? Because it's better if we get you know, we keep people alive. Actually, no, the skybox is that high. The skybox is really, really high on this map, I will say. It's like quite what's called. It's quite like high up. But we keep going. Nice peeling back with the bar here. Really, really nice. Nice follow through. Same thing again. I would use the slingshot to get yourself up. Nice. Just, oh, okay. Be really, really careful with your position here. Lovely GA away. Okay, I want to quickly talk about this. So nice. This was good. Love this peel back here. This was really, really nice. Okay. It all comes from this part, okay? This should have been a slingshot. Like, just keep on GAing as far as you can and then slingshot yourself above. This will mean that the Pharah will have so much confidence to challenge this soldier. Then, obviously, you know, they'll challenge the soldier, we'll pick off the soldier. And right now, as well, your Jungle Queen's kind of, like, fine. Remember, your Jungle Queen, you don't need to, like, go and damage boost her right now because she has the Moira with her. They're getting this Winston really weak. And right now, obviously, your main moving target is your Pharah. And your Pharah is contesting this soldier, okay? So right now, I'm gonna be you. I'm gonna play as you, okay? So I do a slingshot like this. I'm gonna play above. I might have to drop down a little bit. There we are. Bam. Okay. Now we need to heal up Pharah because Pharah took a little bit of that damage. Right now, I'm just looking to see what I need to do. It might be now at this point. Okay, it looks like my my Jungle Queen's getting attacked by the Mei, and I need to try and get her picked off because obviously, you know, Moira's like all the way over here. Then we can go and peel back, go and play with her up until Pharah goes to attack the next person. Do you see how, like, I'm spending a lot of time with my Pharah right now because I have that, what's it called? I have that, what's it called? I have that confidence, you know, like, to help with this this Pharah. It also means as well, all of this Pharah gets picked off, bam, just fly away and stuff like that because we can, what's called, we can just, like, leave, okay? Now, I'm going to talk about this bit with the Mei because we end up kind of, like, staying down to go and help the Jungle Queen, which is fine, but make sure that, once again, we're using that cover. You use your cover so perfectly up until this one singular point, okay? Make sure we're still using that cover. I love how you GA away, though, at this point. How you GA away from the Mei, because obviously you want to try and be out of that blaster range and stuff. Really, really nice. Really, really good here. Nice. If you want to try to avoid the Mei, by the way, I'd highly recommend just doing that Mei's after you. Using the, what's it called? Crouch spamming. Lovely damage boost. Same thing again with the vertical super jump, and we do not need to Valk here. Okay, the reasoning is because look, think to yourself, who is alive right now? Okay, we've got rid of the Mei, we got rid of Soldier really early on, and we've just got rid of the Life Weaver. We are basically, because obviously the Pharah's gone, so we're a 4v2 right now. Do you think we need to Valk? No, because we can very easily, which I feel like what you've done is because you're doing these vertical super jumps, you're what's it called? You're extended this GA cooldown, and then you're like, oh, I'm like too far away, let's try and help, and then you pop the Valk, okay? It all comes down to these vertical super jumps, okay? Once again, limit them, and just kind of like look at the enemy team and think to yourself, do I need to Valk here, or is Valk going to help change this team fight or like help secure this team fight? And right now you could very easily just damage boost your Jungle Queen and get rid of this Winston, get rid of the Mercy, and it should be fine, okay? So if you can, try to think before you do these Valks, just to make sure that, like, I definitely need to use this Valk, just so it's not wasted. Love what you're playing. My only thing is when you're doing these Valks, try if you can to still play your cover. The reason is because this soldier's back. This soldier can very easily shoot you down and stuff like that. So yes, it's unfortunate because Jungle Queen is such an open map. So you're actually really limited in like where you can. But still, if you can, just try and use these bits of cover as much as you can, basically. Just to make sure that you're still putting on damage boost onto these guys and just, you know, keeping out of the way from the soldier. Damage boost here, everyone's full HP. Pocket blade. Nice. Nice. Go on, get her. Oh, I'd get my glove out there. Nice. Really, really well played though. Nice damage boost here. Oh. Same thing again with the cover usage. Nice. Lovely. Do you see how you play right now? This is how I want you to play for the entire thing. Really, like, really good. Nice. That's fine. And top up your Genji a little bit here. Do you see when your Genji dashes in? See if you can to try and put that damage boost onto him. Just a really, really good piece of advice is whoever you think is doing the most damage and you're able to put your beam onto them, try if you can, like, put it on, alright? Someone switches Widow at some point and she keeps eating me up. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a bit, but... So we're back to Pharah. Obviously just waiting for Pharah. Nice. Nice heals here as well. Nice, that's a fine vertical super jump there. Nice helping the queen. Nice. Nice heals. Fortunately, Genji is again moved away from the heals from Moira, which is fine. So if you give it this vertical super jump, I'd rather you make that like a slingshot in and out if you need to, or maybe like a little cancel J just to make sure you've got that beam range still. Nice heals though on Junk Queen. Nice. Lovely positioning here. Nice, that's nice. What you can do here is you're going to know this Pharah is going to want to like try and attack people from the high ground. At this point, obviously your Moira is still with the Junk Queen, and look how healthy your Junk Queen is right now. Let's have a look at her health, right? She is on 349. Junk Queen has got so much health here, okay? So I would rather, at this point, you know when you look to see how the Pharah is doing, I would rather you went through and you helped the Pharah now. Because what's going to happen is you guys are going to create this off angle, right? What's going to happen is you're going to go with this Pharah, and it's going to really make the enemy team think, okay, who do we shoot at? Do we shoot at the guys that are main, or do we shoot at the pharmacy, okay? It's going to really, like, kind of be like, oh my gosh, like, who do we focus down kind of thing. It's going to make them panic, okay? Help them, help your Pharah, provide this really strong off angle, and just clear up these kills, okay? So just make that little bit of decision making here. Remember, we have Moira, and trust your Moira, okay? You know this Moira, you're queued with this Moira, and you're also queued with this tank, okay? They will shout at you. They will be like, help me! Like, if they, like, desperately need help, but they should, what's it called? You know, be like, they will shout at you if they need the help, basically. So you can very much commit with the Pharah. We'll keep going. Nice damage boost onto the axe. I love your damage boost usage. We could have saved the Pharah here, I think, if we did this as an angled GA up into this high ground and we got the beam onto the Pharah. Just once again, don't be doing these vertical ones. The boy is literally my girlfriend too. Then trust her, Stormie. Trust her. If she's your girlfriend and you don't have trust in her, then... I'm kidding, sweet, but definitely, like, your Moira seems to be really good. I think definitely trust her a little bit more, alright, sweet. Nice. I've been looking to do this res. Very nice. Lovely checking out what's in the cover. Lovely damage boost here. Very, very nice. Very, very good. Okay, look to be with your Pharah now. She's back on the payload. So that's all good. No, really, really good though, Stormie, honestly, so far. Can I just say, I don't think your positioning is the issue. Your positioning is definitely not the issue. Do you see how much, like, lovely cover usage you're using and you're constantly GAing to these pieces of cover? Your positioning is not the issue. It's this random super jump spamming. That's like literally what you're... Ooh, okay. This bit of position's a little bit iffy, okay? Remember, we want to be tried, like, to what's it called? We don't want to be seen by the enemy team as much as possible. So we could just, honestly, all you need to do here is just drop down from this high ground and just drop down here because we're still going to be beam range and stuff, alright? But, no, honestly, your positioning is not the issue. Like, your positioning is majority of the time really, really good. Nice. Obviously, you're not going to help. Pharah actually gets, I thought the Pharah was just going to die to the visor. Quite surprised that she ended up kind of surviving. Really, really nice. Good damage boost here. Love this. I love how you wait for everyone to push up a little bit. After you've done this res though, I feel like, I've said this a few times now, when you do these reses, it's very much like you kind of like just stand there and think, yay, res, like kind of thing, you know. Whereas when you do res, what I want you to now try and do is as soon as you've done them reses, try if you can to find yourself a GA target to get out, right? Because what's going to happen is when you go for riskier reses, or if you start to climb up the ranks a little bit more, what's going to happen is when you do these reses, people are going to start focusing you towards the end of the res, and what you'll then need kind of like an escape target basically to get out and make sure that you're not taking excess damage from whoever's going to be attacking you, okay? So this was kind of like a yay, res, right? Okay, after this res, I would love you to J yourself forward and J yourself to the Junk Queen. Use a vertical super jump to get yourself onto this high ground. It means then that we can be ready to pocket this blade. We can also try and get, like, and clean up these stagger kills and stuff like that, because it's going to mean that we end up pushing the payload, like, so much more, okay? I want you to be a little bit more aggressive, and, like, as soon as it's done, try and be like, okay, who do I next damage boost? Who can we next get, okay? But we'll keep going. Nice helping with the Pharah here. Do you see how also we could have maybe, like, helped the Jungle Queen if we were, like, pushed up a little bit more? That's fine. Nice ping onto the soldier. Nice. Love how you're playing out of cover from him. Lovely, lovely. That was very well played. Ooh. Nice. Playing away. Where's your Pharah for this entire thing, though? Remember, we kind of, like, forgot about the Pharah. Make sure that we're still looking out for that Pharah because she's our main bleeding target. Nice. Fly up to her. I would use that as just as a cancel J and then put yourself into the low ground. Nice damage boost here, though. Really, really nice. Same thing again, just play on the low. We'll play on the ground. Like, nice. This is fine, Valk. The other thing, right? With Valk, the extended beams will work from whoever you've got your kind of like beam on, okay? And you want to try and make sure that you're getting as much damage boost potential as you can. And actually, your Genji is the one that's pushed up right now and is the one that's going to be challenging the Life Weaver. If we put our beam onto, say, the Moira here, or even like onto the Genji, it means that, you're going to get as much damage boost potential out as possible here. So what I would do here is I put the beam onto the Genji when you do this Valk, allow him to kind of like be aggressive like this up until your team push up, or like say this Hog starts attacking and stuff like that, just so we get once again that most damage boost out as possible. We'll keep going. Nice damage boost onto the ult. Follow through. Nice. Love how you follow through on that ult as well. Really, really nice. Nice. Towards the end of Val, Florence dying. At this point, I feel like kind of like backing up a tiny bit. I'd push forward with Genji here. Nice, super jump up. Honestly, Stormie, I can't fault your use of cover. Like, your use of cover is perfect. Fortunately, I feel like we're gonna have to back out now because Farah's end up going. Sorry, I love your attempt to destroy the hog truck and then you just cheat into it anyways. It's fine, sweet. Nice. We're gonna have to back out now though, so like, yes. Okay, use this because at this point, right, we've lost our team. We've lost our team completely. Like, we've lost the Pharah, we've lost the Genji, we've lost our Moira, okay? How are we going to get out of this team fight as quick as possible? We can J into the Jungle Queen and then do a slingshot out, because then it means that we're creating that distance and we're making people push into like the respawners and stuff here. So we need to try and like get out as quick as we can, basically. Nice. Good position in here. Once again, your cover usage I cannot fault. It's really, really great. Nice. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. I feel like for this entire bit now, we're being very tunnel visioned onto our Jungle Queen. Because, right, let me quickly rewind it, because I want to talk about, I feel as though this is one of the things you're struggling with, Stormie, right? Is the fact that you're not prepared to damage boost all these things, right? Right, so what I would do here now is I know the Genji's push forward. I'd be looking to push forward as well, because we also have the Pharah pushing forward, right? I'm gonna be you. I'm gonna J up onto this high ground. I'm gonna J up onto here. Okay, so I am here. Genji blade, okay? Genji's blade really struggles if it doesn't have something to help assist it, whether this be a nano boost, a Kitsune rush, a Mercy damage boost, right? Looking at your team, what do we have to assist this blade? Because Moira isn't going to be able to assist the blade at all, right? However, you can go in and you can damage boost this blade, okay? So, I want you to really think in your head and just honestly play. How I want you to play Stormie is think to yourself, how can I get in the most damage boost as possible? Okay, so we'll be up on this high ground. Blade, okay, we need to damage boost. We don't even need to like GA about with him or anything like that. We can just, honestly, we could just sit on this high ground and just help him and pocket him like this. Damage boost, damage boost, damage boost. And then obviously, like, Pharah can do her barrage. She is kind of like here, so we can, like, quickly flick onto the damage boost, because obviously we're standing up on this high ground. But can you see how, like, we're still using these great positionings, which is like obviously what you were doing earlier. However, you know, we're being so much more pushed up, we're being more aggressive, we're helping get that damage boost and those picks, instead of us just being sat, dum-de-dum, let me just heal my Jungle Queen, okay? Leave that healing of the Jungle Queen for your Moira, unless if the Moira is away from the Jungle Queen, or if your Jungle Queen's like being really like focused by a lot of people, basically. So once again, play up on this high ground a little bit more and be that little bit more aggressive if you can. But nice. Your team is playing really well as well, can I just say. I love how they're making Farah work as well on what's it called? Playing away. You're gonna get in anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, Stormie. Can I just say, your positioning is not the issue at all. It kind of is, but I don't think in the way that you're thinking, okay? Your positioning is absolutely beautiful, Stormie, actually, because it's like you're playing from that cover to cover really well. You're playing those like hard covers. You're making sure that you're like hardly ever, apart from like a few like mistakes and stuff like that, you're very rarely peeking the enemy team, which is really, really nice. Okay, love it. Your actual issue with your positioning is just these random super jumps, okay? If you can, what I want you to work on first, Stormie, is if you can, try to not use this vertical super jumps. Like, if you can help it, just do like either like a slingshot or a cancel GA or a bunny hop, just something other than these super jumps, okay? Because I think even in my games, it's very, very rare I'll just do a vertical super jump because of the long like cooldown and stuff like that. And also you can very much do other ones, okay? My second thing as well, I love how you're like, you know, helping out these Farahs and stuff, but then it feels like as soon as your Jungle Queen gets weak and stuff like that, it's very much that you're like, oh my gosh, like I need to go and help, and then you kind of like just abandon your DPS and stuff like that, and you kind of like just forget. Okay, so I think my next kind of biggest piece of advice for you is, if you can, still try to keep those tabs on your DPS and be really aggressive with them. Even if like, you know, be like, try to aim to have your beam on whoever's the person that's being the most aggressive if you can, okay? And like making sure whoever's like getting the most value and stuff. But we'll keep going.
2, 1.
Nice, good positioning here. Nice heals. Lovely, obviously, you know, trying to use your grooves and stuff. Really, really nice. Love this. I gotta admit, your Farah isn't playing too much good cover, so I love how you're trying your best just to try and use that cover with her. Really, really nice. Lovely cover here. Nice. Lovely cover usage. Lovely GA. Lovely. This is what I mean, Stormie. Like, your positioning is not an issue. Like, can you see? This is a really, really good example. You know when, like, people complain, like, oh, my Farahs play so far out in the open, and they play, okay? This is a Farah that's doing that exact thing. But can you see, Stormie, how you're actually still using your amazing cover? You're still jading from cover to cover, you know? Because I see so many people complain about the Farahs, like, just playing, like, fully out in the open. And you've managed to, like, really, like, help her out and just keep on playing these cover to cover. You've hardly taken any damage as well. Really praise you for that, Stormie. That's really, really good positioning and just overall, like, helping the Farah out. Nice. I made that a directional GA just to get yourself onto that high ground a little bit quicker. Nice. Nice GA away from the soldier. Make that more of a directional one. Nice. Lovely GA to block the LOS. Really nice. Lovely commitment as well with the Farah. Really nice. Lovely cover. That's fine. Love how you end up playing there. Lovely peel for the Bastion. That's fine. Pure peel for the Bastion. Oh, okay. So I think this is where the Widow comes in. Okay. So we know now they have this Widow. So I'm going to, obviously up on this higher ground, I'm going to see what you end up doing now. Nice GA to the cover to make sure you're not in the way of her. It's unfortunate. Lovely GA out and away as well. She's still up there. Meet your fate. Nice. Ooh, okay. This is it. It's your vertical super jump that's ended up getting yourself picked off here. I love how you go in to try and damage boost. This is completely fine. However, do this as a quick slingshot back and away and get yourself crouched behind this piece of cover here. The reasoning is because, can you see how like you like just super yourself upwards and it's like dum-de-dum, and you're giving this widow like a free shot basically, right? However, if we did this and then rotate yourself away to GA yourself away, do you see how us GAing ourselves away and looking down like this would mean that A, we're covering our head hitbox and also we're facing away from her? It means that we're very most likely with this rotation going to take a body shot instead of a headshot. So then we could head ourselves back around here and we can like then play our cover like this and like help from here. That's what I found out she was the word. That's why I learned that we had the widow. Did you not hear her earlier, Stormie? You can hear the like widow's shots are very distinct of like how they sound and stuff like that. And I feel like, I don't know if this is just me, but I'm very attuned to widow like headshot sounds now, or like just like sounds of her shooting, and it just sends like warning symbols like ringing in my ear like widow. You know, so try if you can just to, yeah, exactly, they're really really loud, so if you can try to listen out for these like headshot, like these widow shots as much as possible. As soon as you hear them, bam, that's it, we go into panic stations and we try and play as much cover as we possibly can. Anyway, sadly we do end up getting picked off. We're just kind of just raining through people right now, but we'll end up seeing what you end up doing in a sec. With the recontest, we use Bastional, very, very early Bastional. Nice. That's fine, because we end up missing the stairs a bit, but it's fine. Love how you end up amending that. Nice, going straight to go and help with Farah. Really, really nice. A quick little tip with Farah here. What you can do is, Farah does like a shoot kind of like thing, which gives you time. I know this is kind of like a little bit more advanced, but I want to talk about it anyways. You can quickly flick onto the damage boost for them shots and then like flick on the healing beam, especially if like she's not being like too badly focused. You can do just like a quick little like extra tip. But obviously if like you are like panicking and stuff, then don't worry too much about, you know, doing it. It's better to keep her alive. But just a quick little like piece of advice. Lovely damage boost onto the Bastion. This is perfect. Can you see how this time we've actually like obviously damage boost the Bastion because he's the one that's like in his turret form, yet you're still keeping an eye on this Farah. This is what I want you to do all the time, Stormie. This is really really great. Okay, nice. This is fine, Valk, I feel like. Obviously same thing again, really being careful that widow. It would be better to go down there instead of up. Okay, just once again, just try if you can to be really, really careful of this widow. I want you to be really, I just want you to be scared of this widow. I just want you to be like, I don't want to pick this widow whatsoever, okay? Now, this is a good res, don't get me wrong. However, we want to try and get this res about here-ish, right? Because obviously if we drop too low, we give widow a line of sight. If we go up, then we end up once again in the widow's LOS. So we want to try and get this res off with your Valk. Obviously, I like this Valk, kind of say as well. I don't think I tapped on that, but I like this Valk. However, I want you to do this Valk so you're like kind of blocking this widow's LOS like this, so she cannot get that shot off you while you get this res off. But really, really nice res, okay? Nice, push forward with this damage boost here. Lovely positioning. Make sure we're still falling through this Farah though. The Farah is now wanting to contest with the widow, with the widow. Two reasons why I don't like what you're doing here. The first is obviously with the Farah. Second thing is, if you can with your Valks, try and leave the healing to either your other support or till after you finish your Valk. The reasoning is because you do not gain any ult charge while you're in Valk for like healing or damage boosting, okay? Because obviously, you know, you're using your ultimate. However, can you see how your Moira is really, really close to Coalescence here? I would rather you let your Moira heal your tank here, allow her to get that Coalescence, and just push up with your Farah. It then means after your Valk, if people still need healing up, then you can heal them and you'll get extra ult charge, okay? So just a little thing to kind of like bear in mind with this kind of scenario. But I think I would definitely be pushed up a little bit with your Farah here, trying to pick off the widow. Chance of getting her, which is good. Nice. Love the heals after the Valk. Can you see how like, you end up getting like 6% ult charge already just by healing after the Valk? Really, really nice. I think we kind of forgotten about the Farah again, so make sure that we're still looking for her. Nice. Nice heals onto your Moira. So obviously he ends up picking the visor. Your Bastion is really pushed up right now. That's kind of on him, to be honest. That's a bad position by him. Same thing again. Make sure we're cancelling. I would make that And make that, because what you can do is you can press the super jump at any point, can't you? So I would definitely like do it at about here-ish instead of like G'ing yourself like really far in, basically. Because you going yourself like really far in is going to, you know, obviously peak this widow. So if you can, try to do that super jump at about here-ish instead. Alright, we'll keep going. Nice. I don't like this rotation. Remember, if we're safe, yeah, no, exactly. I do see the insta regret. Don't worry. Remember, if you're safe, stay in that space. Okay. Can you see how like we're really fine like when we're about here and stuff like that, and we can obviously help the Pharah and stuff. It means like obviously if the Pharahs are getting picked off, we can use her just to G ourselves around and then come back around. Once again, we just do not want to peek this window or anything whatsoever. So I would definitely like be playing what's it called. You can just still play here with the Pharah because your team still don't really need you. What you need to do is you end up kind of Jing back to that position. Nice. Just unfortunately the window damage is just a lot. It's fine. Just keep walking. Yeah, who cares about Moolah? You want to get out. That's what you want to do. Nice. They're going to be chasing you though. And that's how you realise that go straight back to your Pharah. Really nice. Good escape there. Oh, and she's just there, ready. I feel like the just kind of like an awareness thing. Just make sure that you're checking these, like where you're going to. A lot of times, widows will be aggressive and like grapple up onto that high ground. So just if you can, try to what's it called? I was shouting to fall back here. Yeah, it was just fortunate your Moira should have faded more towards you than like just out like main kind of thing. But nice escape though. But I think definitely just kind of be aware of like where people are gonna be as you're coming out. Nice. Obviously she's got sights, so we don't really want to like try and peek. Now say you're telling your Bastion to group up. You can still walk forward here though. This is what's it called? You can still kind of like walk forward here and try to like peek your Bastion and stuff like that. I know you end up kind of walking back now because you end up hearing the soldier, which is completely fine. Your team are very pushed up. Nice rotation here. You can crouch here just to kind of like what's it called? Kind of like dampen your footsteps a little bit. Nice damage boost. A lovely rotation as well. That was really well played. Just once again, be really careful of these LOSs. If you can, try to G yourself into like these rooms and stuff instead, just so you're not, you know, G'ing into the widow and everything. All right.
Surrender to my will.
Really nice. Just unfortunately, your team was just very pushed forward for some reason. That's fine. I feel like you did the most that you could, apart from like G'ing yourself into the cover. Just obviously, just once again, be really scared of the widow. But we keep going. Bastions are falling. At this point, I would just wait for your team. Nice. We have to pick from your Pharah. I'd keep on rotating up here to see if like if you can like try and get to her maybe, because you don't even need to like peek it out and like, you know, like properly go aggressive. But if you can just to walk up the stairs a little bit, just see if you can help your Pharah a little bit. It feels like you kind of like give up on her like a little bit too early. Like yes, you're not gonna be able to touch, but it's still good to try and like see if you can like link back up to her. Nice. You go back to damage boost it, which is completely fine. Pharah's gonna go for the health pack. Nice damage boost here. Nice. So once again, be really careful that cover usage once again, because we're hanging about in this open area. Try if you can to either like play above them or maybe like play on the stairs, like behind them, like this or something, or just go in with them and commit. Just once again, so we're not playing in the LOS. Ooh. I'm gonna see how this battle goes, but I don't think I like this battle because we've already lost two. Yeah. Just once again, pay really good attention to that kill feed before we decide to Valk, because once again I feel like that was a bit of a wasted Valk because we don't end up actually like keeping anyone alive there because two people have already like died. So just, if you can, try to focus on that kill feed before we go for them Valks. It's fine. So if you give them the vertical super jumps, make that a cancel, just play on the ground. Nice damage boost here. Barrage that barrage. No, stay with the barrage, stay with the barrage. Oh, dude, we should have stayed with that barrage. Farah uses her voice line of barrage is ready, okay? That gives you a really good indication that the Farah wants to, you know, go in and do her barrage, right? So if you can, while you're doing this barrage, you know, start damage boosting it for like the first like second of the barrage, and then obviously then it depends on how hard she's being focused. Obviously at this point she ends up being focused by the BAP, so we have to put the heal beam on her and stuff like that, okay? But make sure that we're staying with this Farah when she's doing this barrage, okay? I feel like that was a bit of our fault. Nice rotation. If we're safe, stay in that space, remember. We were completely fine up on that high ground. Make sure we heal Bastion here. We should have definitely healed Bastion a little bit sooner there, but that's fine. Nice rotation out, like back out. Helping Moira, nice. I go with your Farah now. Try if you can to link back up with your Farah here. Nice. You know, with the Widow's playing, so play out of her LOS. Just push it where Farah goes in really aggressive. Nice damage boost onto the Bastion here. Love your damage boost usage here. Like, throughout this entire thing, it's been really great. Nice. You know exactly where that Widow is, which is perfect. Lovely. Once again, a little bit of a panic Valk, okay? Can you see how, like, we've already, like, won the team fight at this point? You know, we've got rid of 4 of them. The only person that is alive is this Widowmaker, and she's 1 HP, okay? Can you see how, like, what's it called? How we need to, like, stop doing these, like, little bit of panic Valks? What I want you to do, right, Stormie, is a really good thing to get into, is before you even think to pop your Valk, look at the kill feed and try and think to yourself who's alive and who's like not here, okay? Just once again, so we're not wasting these Valks. I feel like there's been a few times where we've wasted Valk, okay? Nice res. Obviously, Widow's getting picked off. Like, you see how like we very much just wasted the entire Valk now because there's nobody here? So I think definitely just be a little bit more wary and play with Farah now. Because your Farah's going to be the one that's going to be like doing the damage in a sec. Nice. Lovely position in here. Can I say as well, your positioning with the Widow on that last team fight is how I want you to play with the Widow every single time. Really play scared and just try and like play your cover as much as possible. We've heard a little clippity-cloppity heals, which are going to be above us. Don't feel obliged to damage boost every single Bastion ultimate, okay? Bastion is great to damage boost, but don't put yourself at risk to be able to damage boost it, okay? Can you see how we end up kind of J'ing ourselves out into the open of the Widow and the window just to try and damage boost this? This is like Bastion, I kind of see it as if he's there and I've got nothing else to damage boost, it's a good one to damage boost. However, I would rather you use the Bastion distraction to go with your Farah. Can you see? I'm going to play as you right now because I'm going to just see where this Farah is going to go and I'm going to play as you. Alright? I'm going to be with Farah. I'm playing with Farah. Farah's obviously fallen at this point, but obviously she would still be alive at this point, and we could just clear up their backline super duper easily, because what's going to happen is this Orissa's just going to walk forward and use her ultimate, in which case your Moira is here with the Coalescence to try and like, you know, what's called, keep all these guys up and stuff like that. So definitely just follow through with the Farah here. Help her clear up this backline really easily, and then bam, team fight won. Alright? But we keep going. Obviously, nice still trying to play out the way of that Farah. Sorry, the Widow is really good. Love how much you're hugging these walls and everything. Really nice. Nice. I'd love to see when your Farah's coming back, by the way. Yeah. Can you see where your Farah is right now? If you can, try to, try to look back and just keep on making sure that you know where your Farah is. Farah is going to make a really good, like, a way to escape and stuff like that. So then we can go back up into the air and, like, go and challenge the Widow. Because right now, in your team comp, right, who is going to be the one to challenge the Widow? Excluding the fact we have Sniper Orisa as well, can I just say, because we are doing this VOD on the Sniper Orisa patch. We're just going to ignore that, and just because it's probably going to get nerfed down again, because it's stupid, right? But like, looking at your team, right, Bastion's not going to be able to dive onto the Widow or like try and get the Widow. Moira's not going to be able to because she's very short range. Orisa, I mean, excluding Sniper Orisa, she's not going to be able to do anything. Also, she's going to be really focused on getting these guys up front. It's going to be your Farah. Your Farah is going to be the one that's going to, what's it called? Your Pharah's going to be the one that's going to be wanting to challenge the Widow, but she's going to need help with this challenge, which will obviously be you, okay? So if you can, once again, try to look out for these Pharahs as much as possible. Be looking around, even, yes, obviously, you know, you need to be helping your team and stuff like that, but just give that quick, like, flick of a second just to try and, like, find where she was. I don't think what was helping my tank friend was tweaking because we lost one of our games before and kept on shouting. He rage quit the game after this. Oh my gosh, Stormie. I think definitely make sure that that's not coming out onto you though, because obviously, like, you know, you want to like play this game for fun and stuff like that, and if you can, just try and like zone it out and like play on yourself. I do this a lot when I play with Zeldas. He's gonna absolutely hate me for this, but Zelda just a lot of the time could just get like really like frustrated and like angry at the game. I just have like a little switch, I feel like, in my head at this point that just completely just switches him off sometimes. So it's just like, you know, just turn off the rage and the complaining, okay? And just like focus on how you're playing. But we'll keep going. Unfortunately, I feel like you're gonna lose this team fight, which is unfortunate. We'll keep going.
I must return to my post.
I'd wait for your team at this point because you're not going to be the one to touch here. I don't think you're going to be able to touch, it's unfortunate. So I'm going to go to another round. It's pretty much the same things. Alright. It's pretty much the same things I was saying before, Stormie though. Like, if you can, obviously, with the vertical super jumps. I feel like you toned it down a little bit on this second point, which is really, really good. But I think definitely if you can, try and use these angled ones a little bit more. Is my big piece of advice. And I think the only, like, thing I have to add on is I think definitely still be looking out for your Pharah a tiny bit more. Alright? I tune him out until he says some bad things and it distracts me. I just giggle at this point. Whenever, like, Zelda does stuff like that, I just giggle. So it's like, I've not done a Zelda duo in a while. But we keep going. Really good piece of advice. You know when Pharah's hiding, stuff like that? A, drop your beam, and B, crouch, okay? The reason is because A, this beam is extremely, like, big and bright, okay? So it can obviously draw attention. The second thing as well, your footsteps can draw attention as well because your footsteps can be really, really loud. So if you can, just crouch down against this wall with your Pharah like this and just drop the beam. Just, so it's, you know, it still, like, means that you're still with your Pharah, but, you know, you're going to be able, like, to not kind of give yourselves away, basically.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
That's fine. Nice helping your Pharah here. Same thing again, play that cover. We don't really need to GA, kind of, like, there. Nice. This is fine. Nice rotation. Nice damage boost into Zarya. Really good, like, switching of who you want to attack and stuff. Just ping the Mercy. You don't need to, like, try and get her yourself. Like, you can try and just ping your Mercy. The Mercy, even. Play that cover. Ooh! Do you see how, like, we randomly just jump out here? Still play that cover. Your cover was absolutely fine here. You could just, like, a quick, like, little jiggle peek to get your beams on. Even then, we can still, like, play in this cover if you want to. We don't really need to, what's called, rotate too much here. Nice. Ooh. Okay, we still need to, like, try and find our Pharah here though a little bit more. That's fine. It was a disappointed damage was shot on you, so honestly you weren't really going to survive it, so it's fine. We're just going to respawn, but I think still definitely try if we can to default those beams still back onto your Pharah if we can. Don't be too worried about your tank. Like, Moira should be able to help keep your tank up. Moira does a lot of healing. It's fine. Nice. I love how you don't commit too much just because obviously she hasn't fallen. Really, really nice. Fine damage boosting your Moira. Your team are probably wanting to contest this, so I'm going to see how you end up contesting it. So Genji's in. Nice. See if we can make this GAs to cover. We're very tunnel vision on our tank now. Okay, let me quickly go back. I'm gonna play as you again. This is fine, this is all fine. Okay, it's this bit, okay? I'm gonna be you. I'm gonna GA behind this box. That means I can help this Genji if I need to, okay? Barrage comes, okay? I want to try and create space from the Genji because obviously she's only gonna be able to focus one person with the barrage. So let's put our heal beam onto the Genji and try and like maybe do a backwards G or something around the back of this. It means then we can keep up our Genji throughout the entirety of the barrage because the barrage wasn't like too well focused on him and stuff. Then that means that our Genji can then just go up and try and like, you know, contest this backline. The reasoning is because you don't need to be with Zarya here. Moira is here. Moira can easily drop down and help the Zarya. And also, bear in mind, like, look how healthy this Orisa is and stuff like that. There's going to be no way that she's going to be able to, you know, chunk her down very, very quickly, okay? So, I want you, once again, commit with whoever's been the most aggressive. Go in with this Genji and try your best to, you know, what's it called? For him to, like, go and clear up. Because trying to go for a Valk contest and die, you're really far away from your Valk right now. I'm going to be honest. Like, you're at 74. I wouldn't not be looking, unless if, like, this team fight goes on for a little bit longer, as, like, a general team fight, I think you're not going to get Valk up until the point where it's going to, like, start, you know, being, like, really, really losable for you. So, I would rather you kind of committed with your Genji here really aggressively, played around these pieces of cover and stuff and just committed in with him, try and wipe up this backline, alright? So I feel like this whole like scenario, we're being really too tunnel visioned. Remember, we can always hop up here as well, because I thought with your first like super jump, you were going to super jump back up onto this high ground and stuff, because your beams can kind of connect like from here, and it also gives you like a little bit of a break if you desperately need to, rather than just once again these like random super jumps up in the air. Nice rotation here though. Try if you can to connect with your Pharah though. Yeah, once again, we're too tunnel visioned onto our Zarya, and we forget that the Pharah's re-returned. Pharah's gonna have Barrage, and Barrage might be like a game-changing ultimate for us right now. So as soon as we see that Pharah, link back up to it, come up onto these high grounds and stuff as well, just so we can, once again, we can try and like get all these people down, because once again we're being really too focused on trying to play with our Zarya. We pop the Valk, which is fine because you know we've got grab. I go for all. Yeah, this is just an unfortunate mess at this point. I feel like at this point we're being really, really too tunnel vision onto our tank when it gets into these like stressful scenarios, okay? Trust your second support, allow them to help out your tank as much as possible, and go and enable your DPS. Because I feel like both DPS die in that scenario because we're not being with them. Okay? So we keep going. I'm gonna see what you're doing here. Let's try and get Zarya out. Sorry, it's falling. Is that Resable though? I would love if you just did a little GA cancel here just to see whether this is resable, because this is definitely resable. You can res this really quickly here. Your Pharah is already here. We can do a really quick recontest here, okay? I want you to GA yourself forward a little bit sooner here and look for this res. Because we could definitely res that if we did a quick GA forward and resed it. We'll keep going. Nice rotation here. I want you to do more rotations like that. I enjoyed that. Once again, super jumps. Heal, heal, heal. Remember, right, when people got Discord on them, you need to kind of like adjust when you would flick the healing beam onto them. The reasoning is because when the Discord orb is on, obviously they take more damage and stuff, so it means you need to flick that healing beam on a tiny bit more. We can get that res off though, nicely, very nice. Like when you're positioned as well. Don't flick yourself forward though. Remember, going forward is going into the enemy team. We can very easily just back off onto the stairs here and try and help your Moira and stuff here while obviously the Bastion's respawning. But once again, we're very safe where we are. So we don't need to be, what's it called? We don't need to be kind of like, you know, like flicking ourselves like back here. We can still like reach these guys from here. If we're safe, stay in that space. Damage boost. Oh. Okay, they C9 it. But what you should have done here is as soon as your Moira's okay, go back to go helping your Bastion on this south angle here. But yeah, no, Stormie, pretty much what I was saying before as well. Just once again, commit more with your DPS. I'll skip it forward a little bit. Nice. Once again, same thing with the super jumps. Just do a GA cancel. Nice. Do you see how committed you are with this Pharah right now? That's how I want you to be the majority of the time. Nice, flick onto the damage boost. Nice, lovely GA cancel. Yes, perfect. But that's how you should play all the time, Stormie. I just feel as though you're being too, what's it called? You're too panicky. when it gets into more like stressful scenarios, okay? Just take a nice little deep breath and think to yourself, okay, where's my baby moving target and how can I be the most effective here? Nice, okay, where's your Pharah gone? Nice. Nice. Obviously go back to go and help your team now. Nice. Res. Very, very nice. While you're resing, look for your Pharah, because obviously you want to go and commit in with your Pharah. Go with your Pharah. I want you to go with your Pharah here, because the Pharah is going to go and attack the back line, like the Zen, for example. I want you to follow through with this, because Moira can very easily help the Bastion here. Because it kind of like, once again, we've abandoned our Pharah. The Pharah is getting the pick, which is good. But I feel like it would have been so much more useful if we were with her. Unfortunately, we don't have res. Nice. Just push Cot here. Nice. So we know where he is. We know where people are going to be. Love how you're crouching behind this payload right now. Really, really nice. That's fine. Nice. Got it in. That's all that matters. Now we go away. Oh, okay. Play this cover. Okay, like whenever it's like in a scenario like that where it's just I'm playing for the payload, as soon as you get it, bam, back off and away. Let that be someone else's job. Okay, remember as well, you can't push this payload while these like doors are going down and stuff. It'll be like stationary for a second. Okay, so once again, play away, just play safe and play back here. Okay, there's no need for you to walk forward here into that piece of danger. You're fine. Go to find your Pharah now. Pharah. Your Moira can very easily heal your D.Va right now. I want you to commit with this Pharah. Forget about the payload because you have your team that can push it really, really nicely. You can see that someone's contested it. Nice. GA away. Look for Pharah again. Pharah. Once again, we're being too tunnel visioned onto our tank again. We need to try and look and commit on and off angle with the Pharah. Okay? If I'm gonna be you. I'm gonna be you. I'm gonna be you again, so I'm gonna follow the Pharah.
30 seconds.
Okay, it might be that you have to like flip up onto this like other high ground and stuff like that. Can you see how much work your Pharah is doing right now, being on this off angle? Now imagine if you were there to enable her as well. Okay? Nice Valk. I do like your Valk timing though there. Oh, go on. You can do it. You're gonna peel it back, which is completely fine, because we need like 3 people on. Lovely damage boost here. Just once again, try and flick that healing onto your Bastion a little bit sooner. Ooh. Okay, play to live now. Play to live. Nice. Go for res. Nice. All right. So Stormie, overall, I feel like honestly, because you came to me and it was like my positioning needs help. No, it does not. Honestly, for the majority of the time, your positioning is absolutely amazing. Like, I feel like there's only certain, like, tiny little parts where, like, you either kind of, like, zone out or, like, weird stuff happens and you end up kind of, like, going out of it. Your positioning is fine. Keep the positioning as it is because I love how you're doing this Gs from cover to cover. I love your use of cover. Absolutely amazing, okay? Really, really nice. Your main thing that's worrying me is the constant super jump spamming, okay? I want you to start playing and just do not touch that crouch button unless if it's to crouch. Do not use it for that super jump, okay? If you can, try to use the angled ones instead. Or just do something else, okay? I don't want you to touch that crouch button one little bit. Do not touch it. That crouch button does not exist to you anymore, okay? You do not touch that, okay? That's my first piece of advice to you, okay? My second thing is I love your damage boost usage, okay? It feels like, especially in like some team fights, your damage boost, like putting it onto certain targets is really, really great. Like putting it onto whoever's like being the most aggressive and stuff like that. It's really, really nice. I love it, okay? However, there's certain times where it's either we end up kind of staying with our tank for too long because it's like, oh, we gotta keep the tank alive, and we completely just abandon our DPS and stuff like that. So I think one good thing I'm going to ask you to do now is if you can, try to kind of think to yourself, okay, where are my where my DPS? How can I enable my DPS? How can I go in and damage boost and be like the most effective as possible? Because it's happened quite a few times where we kind of like just abandon our Pharah or our Genji or Bastion, whoever it would be, because we're too busy focusing on the tank. We have Moira, and your Moira seemed perfect as well. Kind of say Stormie, your Moira was really, really great this match. Allow the Moira to have that. Target priority stuff I need to work on. Really good piece of advice. Whoever's doing the most and is doing the most damage and you can realistically help them, go and help them, okay? Like, a good example where like you can't help is, say it's like a Sombra or a Tracer like in the enemy backline. You know, you're not gonna be able to go and damage boost that. But let's say, you know, you've gone for a res in your backline and then Genji's gone in, you can then go and GA in to go and help that Genji, you know? That kind of thing. Reses, I feel like we're fine. I don't think I really have too much about your reses, but I think your res is probably like one of the strongest things, okay? And Valks, obviously, big advice with Valk is look at the kill feed before you pop them Valks. Don't be panicking with them Valks and stuff. I think if the Valk is possible, then do the Valk, okay? Because I feel like there's quite a bit where you end up kind of rushing the Valks and stuff like that. But apart from that, Stormie, really, really, really great, okay? I think just kind of work on, the super jumping and also pushing up and being a little bit more aggressive with your beams and stuff like that, like, you know, like that. I feel like they're the main two things I want you to work on first, but really, really strong Stormie. Like, I think you should definitely be higher than gold 3 because you played really, really well, especially when, on your defense with the Pharah, that was the most impressive part for me. Like, you played your cover so, so well in that bit. I loved it. But yeah, thank you so much, Stormie. Thank you so much to everyone as well on YouTube and Twitch that have been watching this. You guys can get your own VOD reviews as well. I don't know the price yet, but it'll be down in the description of what it will be for channel points. They are completely free by just simply watching the streams on Twitch. I do the VODs on Sundays at 2 p.m, but also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too at around 5:30 or 6 p.m. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!